still, marriage was a huge issue for me. There still wasn't a marriage proposal.
Child,
And
listen here.
I know that it really sounds crazy that I
I fall
still
asleep
wanted a marriage
watching this
proposal
shit.
because
I
clearly
wake up
this is not a
watching.
good relationship and clearly this is not a good guy.
Let me
Like,
pause this
I knew that.
so I can make something very, 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 very clear. Right? So, these, and I told y'all this a long, long, long time ago. Jacksonville is very, very, very cliquish, right? And you can say they do that to keep people in and to keep people out, which could seem rude, but really it's not. It's just all about preference. It's all about preference. But just like any little group, right? You got you got your get money girls. They got rules and regulations to how they do things, who they have around and shit. Because depending on how they get money, uh, they prefer to deal with certain type of people. Just like get money boys. Hey, same thing. Every little you know, every little social group or whatever you assemble for and gather together, you have rules and regulations. Some enumerated and some are unenumerated, right? Meaning some are written, some are not. You just know it. You just know what you know. And you have to carry it that way because let me give you an example of what could happen, right? So, Cole. So Cole is somebody I was in a relationship with. And if you ever hear me talk to Boo and Mike on the back channel, on that day I talked to 3 people, right? 2 friends and Ramon. The 2 guys, I think we probably referenced Cole on that call, but the 2 guys, remember I was talking to my friend Mike, and we was talking about my friend Bobby, who I'll be showing y'all the video, who got killed. And Mike said, his killer was already dealt with, but I had to mute that. So Cole is in that group, and let me tell you how shit works. So after we broke up, he started dating a girl. Remember, I'll be telling y'all the story about this girl who was wearing the boots in the summertime in Florida. And she was at the club with them boots on. She had a gun in them boots. And she had seen him and I in a circle. Now, we weren't even by each other. We was across from each other. But we was in a circle that, it was Mike and Boo was in that circle, and plus the rest of our friends. It was our friend group, right? Just because they was together didn't mean that I was supposed to be excluded from the friend group. Because that was a friend group I started. Or at least I was one of the first ones in it. So what the fuck, right? So, they were always going to be my friends. They still are my friends to this day, right? So, but anyway. And so she was, I was trying to get my cake on with some other dude after the club, and she over there waving a gun, going crazy because she seen Miko and I in the same circle talking. I wasn't talking to him. And that's the one I told you, every time she see me, she just be staring at me. Oh, what is wrong with this crazy bitch? Right? So, when Miko started dating her, she had already had kids. his mother was, an old school traditional mom, good people. And she wasn't, the girl Ann wasn't particularly attractive. I don't know what was going on with that. But the dude Upshaw, who we reference a lot because we still looking for him. He was a part of a friend group. He's somewhere in the DMV. We know that. And he joked with Cole and said, Cole, he was making a joke about me and the girl he was with now, Ann, right? And I told you she's not particularly a looker, and I have no idea what we did with that. But he said, hey Cole, it ain't the beauty, it's the booty, right? That goes into another story. But so let me tell you what happened, right? That girl Ann, ma'am, I don't know how heavy her family was in the game, or if it was just her and the brother. I don't know what the fuck was going on. Cole has a career, right? He doesn't have any children. She had a couple kids, young, well, because, hell, I was real young, okay? She was older, and later on she ended up getting pregnant. But anyway, so fast forward, tell what happened. Him and her made the cover of the front page of a newspaper. Okay? We always the cleanup family. Okay? That's what, baby, we can't, oh Lord, honey, we can't get people to stop hanging around our family because they know, we good people and we gonna, make it do, right? They make the front of the newspaper. My mom has to send one of my dad's lawyers to Cole because he's in jail. Okay? Yvette picks at me. She's like, you sent, you still love him. You still love him. You sent a lawyer to help your ex. And so that's how people really don't know you. Because that was somebody I had feelings for, so yeah, I wanted to help out. And especially my mom didn't even like him, to be honest. And I have a call, if I played that a call with Ramon, we talk about that, how my mom didn't like Cole, and Cole used to harass, everybody used to harass Ramon, but he used to harass Ramon because they felt like he was a square, and it's, child, I done been in all kind of shit. Oh Lord. And Tony and couple of my I don't call them advocates, but they tell anybody that's coming to listen, I don't know if you're gonna be able to make it with her, cause there'll be a lot going on. Okay, you got to be a man with a strong plan to last, cause there'll be a lot going on. But anyway, so that picked at me. They be, like they be finding any kind of thing to pick at me, or if I make a mistake or whatever. It be the boo kind of bullshit. But and I went went to his first appearance. And I don't give a fuck. Fuck her. Shit. Okay, well, he and I ain't leave off on bad. Well, I mean, we had an argument or whatever after the breakup, but I mean, we was still cool, very cool. We just wasn't, wasn't on that type of shit, right? Remember, I told you that Walker husband, Cole, that baby daddy, the University of Florida, they couldn't stand each other for whatever reason. None of them overlap. None of that shit. Okay? They can stand each other. So, here's the situation with status. I'm not saying Cole had status and that type of shit, whatever. Where they were, they were, they had decent popularity. They were the most popular in the area where they were, but overall they weren't the most popular. But anyway, so here's the thing, right? Now, Cole's on my status, okay? He goes to mess with this booger. They on the front of the motherfucking newspaper. She is a booger. A hood rat. Yes. They ain't shit about her. I'm trying to tell you. She looks like what is that girl named? Simone Biles, that Olympic girl, that gymnast. She kind of puts you in the mind of her. Face structure and body wise. She's real petite, real small. She just had a big booty, right? A bigger booty for her structure. I think one of them eyes was bad. There was a lot going on. Okay. And in the face, Simone Biles had her beat. So you see what I'm trying to describe. And that ain't got nothing to do with it, but I'm saying, we were trying to figure out what was the attraction. I'm not trying to figure it out, but a lot of his friends was confused. Okay? So Cole's mother come, right? And she meets her and the baby for the first time. His mom hadn't been here. I was a good, clean, decent girl, so she liked me. Honey, she seen that girl. She was like, Cole, I know you can do better than this. You have done better than this. And she told him that in front of his friends and stuff. So that shit was funny. So of course they be like, man, you can't really say nothing to him because he's a live wire. That's my God. Like and if I told you his last name, you'll instantly know who he's akin to. So, But anyway, so now that's kind of on my shit. It happened a long time ago, but everything motherfucking counts. So you got to be. So it's not like people be trying to be rude to others, by ruling people in and ruling people out of the little groups and shit like that. Like I said, I hang with nobody. I don't do nothing, but I hang with nobody. As long as you good people, I don't give a fuck. And sometimes, people be looking at me with the side eye like, who the fuck is that? you know. But I ain't with nobody, you know. Um, I fuck with it. Shit, street people, uh, people, you know, down there in them situations and shit. Like I said, sometimes good people do bad things for good reasons. And I would be a hypocrite if I discriminate against any kind of, you know, get money people. Okay? Knowing, So I would never do that. A lot of good get money people are good people. Now, them double crossing, backstabbing assholes, uh-uh. Them nothings and shit, nah. The mess ass motherfucker, nah. They already starting out bad, so they ain't got no good in them. Okay? Um, so that's how you have to be careful of your associations. Because their past, present, and future associations falls on your shit. I know it sounds strange and crazy, but everybody got their own little motherfucking handbook. That's why when University of Florida, the people that knew. Now, key to the city man, right, was born here, but was raised down south and moved back here, right? His real dad ended up being kin to University of Florida, and they have a huge family, right? I mean, the girl I met through Yvette, one of the guys she used to jump up and down on, is kin to them, and we compared notes. This was just a little girl talk. We really, I mean, that's the only one I really ever had a little girl talk with, like talk about toys and sex and stuff like that. She the only one. I met her through Yvette, right? She's the only one. Straight up and down. Only one. Um, we compared notes, and that them men are kind of like close to flat booted, but they well endowed in the front. And let me tell you, that could have nearby been some whole shit, right? So I dated, or was in I hate to even call it a relationship, but it was a relationship with Key to the City Man, right? But soon after the relationship got established, it was very over real quick. When Lord, yeah, that was gonna be a no go. Baby, ladies man times 75. And I had already been married to the whole of Jacksonville and some parts of Georgia. This was on a massive global scale. Okay? This was crazy. Them hoes didn't give a fuck about me. Hoes don't. They ain't care nothing about me. Shit. As far as they were concerned, I was just another motherfucker in the way of something that they wanted. Like, this was crazy. And oh my gosh, they would just fall out. But you know, you girl be getting them looks. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So, um, and he is how many years older than? He's about 5 or 6 years old, something like that, right? Cause I don't do too many older guys, but so I was in a relationship with him first. He didn't know his family, right? He didn't know his real dad's side of the family. When he came here, he had met like one or two of them. Fast forward some years on, right? At University of Florida family is one of them churchy families where the grandfather's a pastor, the uncles, and all that. And this was on his mother's side. And I don't know how the Church of God in Christ. I don't know if there are churches that are affiliated under their umbrella, or are all of them Church of God in Christ or whatever. I don't know how that is, but I always used to hear them refer to their church or affiliate, whatever, as a Church of God in Christ, right? So I don't know how that works. Ask somebody that's in that situation or in the church, because I don't know nothing about that. Okay. So, um, so again, they have a huge family, and they had a little huge little real estate networking situation going on, right? It's a bunch of them. Um, Come to find out, cause like one of the guys I used to work with, they some kin. I was like, I was, they personal ancestry or whatever it's called, 23andMe, whatever the fuck it's called. I was like, oh my god, you kin that motherfucker too. Me and University of Florida went to a work party, like not it was somebody on the job that had the party. We went there, and I'm introducing University of Florida to one of his cousins. I was introducing um Key to the City Man to one of his cousins. It was crazy. I'm like, oh my, cause I know everybody, right? So anyway, so that could have been some potential whole shit because you know the cousins, right? But I ain't know nothing about that till I knew about it. I'm the one told them, y'all cousins. Now, University of Florida don't know that I used to date Keith the City Man. uh, and that's what I'm talking about. That's how some shit you just have to move with. Nobody ain't saying nothing. We know, and they gonna um not hot mouth me because I'm up there and I'm shit one of the goddamn gatekeeper to this fucking status shit. Just about every goddamn social structure you can think of, I got the motherfucker. Okay, don't play with me. I ain't popping my collar. It ain't bragging if it's true. Okay, so they ain't gonna talk about me. If you say something about me, you probably get popped. So but that ain't gonna be the case. That ain't gonna be the case. And I fuck with stand up individuals, even if there have been people at times that didn't like me. They ain't gonna let you lie on me and talk about it, right? They gonna stick to the facts, right? So So, and that's so funny. That's how some of us ended up, being okay because I was like, damn, your ass didn't let a mother you we don't fuck with each other, but you ain't let a motherfucker lie on me and all that bullshit. You okay? You got some kind of ethics about yourself. I can fuck with you, and and we go on and argue no more. But anyway, so nobody has never told University of Florida that me and Keisha the City Man was, an item. And it got real crazy. Stuff was crossing up because God, at one point in time, Keisha the City Man, myself, and University of Florida, we were all a member of the same organization, child. Mm-hmm. Key to the City Man was high in there and was up there. It was crazy. One of the founders, I believe. It is crazy. So, and I told you, we University of Florida, he likes to have, goddamn well he wasn't raised nowhere near ghetto. Only child, had everything all laid out in magazines, all in the newspaper. Went to Florida, friends of Fred Taylor, went to private school. Like, come on. But he always, how them people that was raised like that, they always want to have a foot in them streets. And he wasn't really about that life, whatever. He liked to have a foot in them streets when it comes to fighting and shooting and shit and making money. Okay? Okay. So we could, even after we, he apologized and whatever, he started making money ways that I couldn't participate, right? And so that meant that I couldn't put him down on real ways on legal ways to make money. Put it like that. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but because I just can't do none of that. Just feel like that. So, um, so before he did died, he had purchased a one of them trucks because he wanted to get into trucking. He wanted to have somebody to drive him. He ended up either giving it to one of the pastors to the church or they had joined. And one thing I noticed about us that was raised in the church and our families made sure that God was a part of our life, whatever. Whenever we do something wrong or whenever stuff goes wrong, whenever, we always know how to connect back to God, right? And I can say people can connect back to, their religion, how they was born. If they aren't really a bad person, Now, granted, some of them that be using God, this and third, whatever, as a shield or as they, how they be hiding behind God to do things that ain't nowhere near of God, nowhere near of it's that's complete insanity to me. you know. So I mean, they use the Bible to justify their wicked ways and the stuff they do. I don't even understand that. They can find something in the Bible and interpret it as if it is sanctioned by the Lord. I don't know how that works. And I don't know what's in the Bible and what's sanctioned by the Lord and what God blessed and all that type of stuff. But I don't know if He blessed nobody having a bunch of wives or whatever. I don't know none of that. Okay, I have to go look that up. But unless I see something, and just because He allowed it to happen doesn't mean it was blessed. I know I was having a conversation, something like that, with New Black, and again, what he was trying to say was God's um, blessing. I think didn't even amount to God's acknowledgement of whoever was talking about the situation. Y'all know I don't know the Bible like that. This is what I do know. I know what's right and wrong. I know what being a good person is. So I ain't got to interpret nothing. I don't have to know none of that. I know about accountability. I know about service. I know what my own personal constitution and doctrine and what else I said? Constitution, doctrine. Whatever else the third one I say. Um, I know what it centers around, right? Harming people, getting over on people, all of that. That's not of the Lord. I believe the Lord is understanding if you have to do something that you really don't want to do. And as long as you don't make it a habit, you know. I mean, like, come on, it ain't, you know, it ain't that, complex. It's very simple, you know. And I think a lot of times people don't realize that the Bible is composed of a bunch of stories, right? And it's not composed of a bunch of stories that God sanctioned or said it was okay, in my opinion. If I'm not mistaken, it did say that when God spoke, they have it printed in red in the Bible. So I don't know. I guess I got to, you know, look at my Bible to see what's what. Because I have to look for myself. I'm definitely ain't taking the word of no nigga, no ghetto nigga. No, 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 no. It is what it is. So, but anyway, back to what I was saying. So, now, and the reason why I just didn't, okay, want nothing, and I didn't want University of Florida doing, let me tell you, because again, I told you all that breakup abuse. I found out what type of person he really was, and knowing And most times you don't find out how terrible a person is until after you're no longer fucking with them, right? They can be a friend, family member, or somebody you jumping up and down on. A lot of times you don't know that they're a big liar until after, you be finding out, well, God darn. So yeah, for a while might you might be with a big liar or a bad person or whatever, cause you don't know it. You see some cracks here and there, and then when you get away from the motherfucker, you be like, God damn, you know. And these are facts, okay. So he was doing all of that, right? Then I was seeing, some other stuff how he was moving, and then he was acting as if my life was kind of his life or whatever, and lightly, not where he needed a shrink or nothing, but lightly, cause again I had them brought him around, right? That's how him and the boy that I always talk to, the one that I call the most, Tim, the one that time was on there talking to Dana and all that. That's how him and University of Florida they became, pretty tight, right? And they didn't like FSU, so and so they bonded over that, you know. Um, and Tim is a FSU fan, but he couldn't stand FSU. He said because when they used to play football, I mean, he told a story online. When they used to play football and stuff like that, he used to be whining, and he always, called him a good hair, pretty motherfucker, just uh, some show they call somebody pretty motherfucker, something like that. He always call FSU that, and the University of Florida didn't like FSU either. So I told y'all a story about that. I don't want to go on all of that. So um, University of Florida. Okay, so start finding out. I don't know what kind of motherfucker he was. Then this girl he stopped messing with. He done lied up her resume. Well, I don't know what he was thinking about. I'm like, dude, really? I mean, to be honest, I don't give a damn if her resume was better than mine, and if she's the most beautiful woman in the world. I really don't care about shit like that, because I'm very secure and happy and content with my shit. My calling card, baby, at 19, I had saved 3 babies and was dealing with over 200 Fortune 500 companies and telling them what to do with their company, and had 1 degree and almost closing in on another. What you been doing? Like, stop, right? So, Um, so, but it gets with this type of girl. She got a hole running all up and through her, and she hot mouth. He, he saw how I was moving. He made it a point to tell everybody and anybody we was engaged. And I mean, told every goddamn thing. Damn near. So much so that Tim had met some girl, and we talked about this online. She said she knew me because when Tim goes places, he drops my name or whatever. I don't know what he be doing. How he be coming back to my, yeah, I went to a party this weekend and such said they know you and a lot of times I be going to know how y'all get a conversation to me. Why y'all wasn't motherfucking goddamn Harlem shaking and shit. Tony do the same. A lot of them do the same motherfucking thing. Come out, yeah, so they didn't know you. I got cousins that do this, so they didn't know you. Like what? I can see if it was a situation where we went to the same high school or something at the same time. But damn, they do that in my other life online. Oh, such say they know who you are. Like, I don't know you. You online. But anyway, and I be trying to live a private life, personal. I'm quiet. I speak to myself. So I really don't like all that activity, but shit, you can't stop them. But anyway, um, and some of them do that because again that status shit. I told you it's somewhere in that conversation. Who are you and who you know? Okay, and when you start, it's a lot with companies and stuff like that. They want to know that, and I told you, they interested in your contact list. Who's in your contacts? Because that's how they gonna get it popping. Okay, but anyway, I've already explained that. But so, um, so with this girl, like you on my shit, nigga. You are authorized use on my goddamn credit card if you want to think of it that way. Now you with this girl, she ain't got no cool hole running all up and through her. She know, like so after him and her done broke up and whatever, um, she knew. She knew at the time when him and her, before they got married and during the time they was married, she knew I was seeing Prison Man. So I don't know if she started, but but so prison. I don't know if she started going to that church that Prison Man was. I don't know what was going on, but anyway, somehow she was able to ask Prison Man to help her move and I don't know what was going on between them two. Because he and I, we was kind of in and out, right? I ain't never jump up and down him, but I was, I mean, that's Prison Man. So, um, she being the messy hoe she is, now, she done sat up there and know that our situation's already messy. Why the hell would you you know, try to, I don't know, I don't know who said something to who. I don't know how that went. Prismaker said something to her, whatever. I don't know. Him and I was in and out. He was free to do whatever he wanted to do, right? He was the only person I was dating. So, but why would she even, if he made that advance, why would she even say yeah, knowing that we all up in this like who does that? A hoe or a bitch with some other kind of intentions. I don't know what the fuck was going on. Prison man don't know nothing about Key to the City, man, and he ain't know nothing about University of Florida. Her hot mouthing ass told prison man about University of Florida. So she ain't nothing but trouble. Now, this is why I'm steady trying to distance. No. It's a lot going on, sir. And then I had to call and check him about his motherfucking ex-wife. Like, look, this talking ass bitch with a goddamn with her gold, it's good motherfucking teeth, done sat up there and hot mouth my motherfucking business she got from you to prison man. So this is shit I'm talking about. This is why you have to keep people out and keep people in. You have to. You can't do it. Cause university status again, he got that football notoriety and all that type of stuff. Athletic shit. They different. They do holes and all that type of shit. They don't have really no ethical code. They don't really have, the people that's with status, we do. You know? So it's crazy, right? It is absolutely nuts. And now you got the friends that's in that particular arena with me that they clutching their goddamn pearls. Because that shit gonna fall on a couple of them. Like, oh. All this was going on. And see, remember what I said. University of Florida ain't dumb. He went to a private school. A good one. Same one my daughter went through for a minute. Okay. He knew he sat back, and for a person who loves to talk, we'll go certain places. He sat back, observed, took it all in, listened to the things that I was showing him and telling him, and just took it in. Right? He knew that if somebody that we was dealing with, either friends or otherwise or whatever, wasn't really, up to par, whatever, you know how we were doing. We can't acknowledge your existence, baby. Walk right by you and don't speak. Like, that type of thing, right? He was like, I'll be damned if that's so. I'll be damned if that's so. Anybody, it was crazy how he was going around Jacksonville letting everybody know. Because I told you that was the same one when we was together. Like, we all at Dave and Buster's. I'm bending it down to get some tokens. Brother. Play that was me right there. That's me right there. Telling these two guys that he says was looking at me when I'm getting the damn token.
Truly did. I think for me, it was about needing to feel better.
Yeah, we would be embarrassing that shit. Like I hit that motherfucker had that CTE. That embarrassing ass shit. And how he told that child father. I don't listen to him. Now you talk to your daughter, whatever. But if you got any plans for Andrew, you can get it off your mind. That's for me. That's me. I knew he wasn't lying because I wanted to know, like, well, what did you have a conversation about with other child dad? He told me just that. I knew he wasn't lying because when that child daddy called me to talk, of course, to talk to my daughter, first of all, of course, I'm going to answer the phone. He said, man, that nigga told me. He said, I can get that off the mind. Everything I'm saying is the truth. I put it on anybody. I ain't got to tell no goddamn lie. And I got plenty of goddamn witnesses. It'd be a lot going on. And when I tell you, I appreciate the break. I appreciate anybody that can give me a break. That's why I had a good time. Half of the times, all the times with Universal. With Credit Card Man, because he was able. One, he wasn't from here. He hadn't, did his thing, since he's been here. But he was able to give me a lot of just him and I type of time. I'd be in different environments where I didn't know everybody, where everybody knew, that type of stuff. Where it was a lot of things that we did, just him and I, or just him and I and my child, something like that, right? 9 out of 10 times, I'm in some type of group, or as sometimes as Ramon calls security, or I'm the only girl, or whatever, right? So of course there's gonna be a lot of stuff going on. Okay, it's like a traveling party, bunch of people. It's crazy. So I like who else gave me that? Of course, Ramon. He didn't know about it. Policeman did, but he's attracted to the crowds. So, but I'm just saying, right? And then, or like friends, right? Like the nobodies. So I like hanging with nobody. They don't know nobody. They gave me a lot of peace and solitude and a lot of, one-on-one action and stuff like that. I like that. I really like that. I it's so crazy. I don't know how this works, but I really don't like lights, camera, and action. I really like being private and personal and like one-on-one or just by myself. Right, I'm only child. Okay, and somehow that don't happen. Like it's crazy, but so I don't want nobody to get the idea that people think they are too good, but that's not what it is. It's the fact that we really don't want to be fucked with no fucked up ass people. Not saying that you got to be perfect. That's not what I'm saying. It's good people in prison. So that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying is you just it's just it's a lot. It's a lot, honey. It's a lot that goes with it. But the University of Florida had picked up on a lot of stuff because he's seen how some of the people that's close to me, how they operate. When somebody, some friend or ex or something wasn't being up to par and there was gonna be a drag on their status, oh no. Baby, I don't know you. I don't know you. Stop calling my name. I don't even you don't even have to tell me, hey, stop saying my name. Stop referring to me, stop saying my name. Straight up and down. Stop it. And it takes me back to when I remember I was in the ninth grade in Glenda, and sometimes how we used to sit. Glenda would sit at my lunch table. She was a nerd, and she had a lot going on. They pick out or whatever. They call it gleek and all that shit. And it's fine, you know, while, at lunch or whatever. But baby, she wanted, like, if she see me and I'm with the in crowd or whatever, she was thinking that she could hang whatever. And then I'm like, oh, mm-mm. So sometimes I would leave the in crowd and I would go hang with, the nobodies. They did just come hang with the in crowd because they, it's real, some of them real cool, and I don't want nobody to go through that. But yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot, honey. Let's talk about baby. That's a lot. It's a lot you're dealing with right now. A lot of people don't make it, honey. Mm-mm. So that's what I'm saying. Oh shit, I did a drop for an hour. Goddamn, I ain't mean that. My bad.